Alright, welcome back guys to the complete video on how to cartoon yourself. I don't know if you guys noticed my little... Nah, I'm gonna show you guys. Welcome back guys to another how to cartoon yourself tutorial. Today I'm going to be drawing with the iPad, rather I'm going to be drawing with my phone this time around, because I remember I promised I was going to make another video on how to draw using your mobile device. So we're going to be using two apps as usual while drawing on mobile. It's going to be Infinite Design, which is this blue art pen icon here, and then Infinite Painter. So I'm going to use Infinite Design for my outlines and Infinite Painter for the painting. That's how I do it. Alright, before I get right into the video, I also want to thank my subscribers for sticking with me this long and those supporting this channel. You guys are really doing a lot. I want to welcome new subscribers to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and join the family. Click on the bell icon to get notified if I post a new video. Let's get right into it. So I open up Infinite Design. So when you open up the app for the first time, you might see something like this, like new and image. So you tap on image, since we're more of doing kind of trace work. Tap on your gallery, then select whatever picture you want to use for your art. I'll be using this first picture here, and I'm going to import this as a trace. So when you import this as a trace, it usually comes up with a low opacity. So you click done, and as you can see, Infinite Design comes with an infinite background. You can see this. It's really crazy, man. That's why it's called Infinite Design. So you can zoom to infinity and also zoom out to infinity. So that's what it is. And before you want to start your art, you always want to crop your canvas first. Tap on the wrench tool here, then crop canvas. Only I can see this clearly. Crop your canvas here. So it's going to be on infinite. You have to tap on this, then free. You can crop your, okay, you want to tap on this middle icon here. So when you tap on this, you can freely resize your background. So I'm just going to crop it to be the same proportion with the picture itself. Alright, so you click on done. So then, like I said earlier, the picture comes on a reduced opacity, like you can see here. So I will take it up just a little bit, not to the max opacity though, like around 70, 80, within that region. Depends on the picture. So now, the reason why I did this is just so I can clearly see my outline when I'm drawing my outline. Yeah. So one thing about Infinite Design, Infinite Painter, I'm just going to make the differentiation right now. So Infinite Design, while drawing Infinite Design, you can't really draw on your picture layer, so you are safe from making that bad error, that bad mistake. While on Infinite Painter, you can actually draw your picture layer, but on this you can't draw your picture layer, so you can never make the mistake of accidentally drawing your picture layer. So that saves you the stress. Alright, so while I'm on Infinite Design, I usually use the Trackpad pen ink, Trackpad ink for my outlines, and I just set my size to around max 10, then minimum 7. I set my size for the outer parts of the picture. While I'm drawing my outlines, I usually draw the outer part of the picture first before going into detailing the other part of the picture. Yeah, so on Infinite Design, while you are zoomed out of the picture, your brush size might differ. Like you can see, it can get up to 100 and 200, but while I zoom in, it stops at 9.2. You can see that. I don't know if I can see it. It stops at 9.2. So you just have to zoom in to a particular extent that allows you to get the size you want. So now I'm at 10. I'm going to test it out to see if it looks kind of too small. But I work with it. Not bad. So let's do the outer part of the picture. So now I'm drawing the outer part of the picture, or my whole outline, I usually make sure my lines are connected. Like I won't start my next line from this point. I already said that because your line is going to look kind of jagged. It's not going to look appropriate when you draw it this way. So what I usually do is, when I want to draw my next line, I already start up from in between the second line, in between the first line. So I'll start from around here. So it's kind of connected. If you notice, I'm not doing my next line from in between the second line, the first line. What am I saying? I always draw my next line in between the first line. So I'm starting from in between the first line, the other line, and in between the previous line and going down. Doesn't really have to be exact. You can just trace it out as long as it looks nice and neat. So I'm going to turn off this. 2 fingers to undo, 3 fingers. I don't know if that works here. 2 fingers to undo, 3 fingers. Okay, that doesn't work. Does that work? It doesn't work. Okay. So here we go. I'm always checking out my outline to know if it looks neat. You can see it's looking neat right now. So let's go back to it. And also, while you're trying to test out your lines, you also kind of have to like test your lines first, so you know the size of the line you want to use. Because you might, for example, have a really big ass line like this 29, and you might draw a small line like this. It's not gonna look that big, but when you draw the line downward, you might notice it's getting bigger. So that's the thing about tap out ink. You have to test the line, and you have to draw a long line so you know the size of your brush. You have to test your brush first, like you can see how big it's looking. You don't test it by using a small line because it's gonna look small at first. So I have my preference of my brush size already set to 10 or 7. If 10 is too big, I reduce it down to 7. So that's just my perfect line I use. In case you're not okay with my line size and you want to make yours, so that's why I'm telling you this. While I use 10 to draw the outer part of the outline, I use 7 to draw the inner part of the outline. I'm going to take it down to 7. I'm sure you guys can see this number here. Taking it down to 7. That's 7.1 will do. So I'm drawing the inner part of the outline. I almost forgot. And also, if you are finding it difficult to make smooth lines, you can use tools up here. You can use the lazy tool. It makes your line smoother, but it kind of lags your drawing behind. So I used this while I was actually starting up using Infinite Design. I used the lazy tool. I actually started up using the pen tool. Though using Photoshop will be really conversant with the pen tool because it's very similar to the pen tool on Photoshop. Works the same way, using pointers to make your lines. I used this and my outlines were really neat, but I couldn't really get much details in my artwork, so I stopped using it. So I just use my normal flow right now because I think I've gotten a bit used to it and it's faster this way. So I'm just drawing the details of the drawing. Note you, I'm always connecting my lines together. I'm not starting up the next line from the tip of the other line. I'm always starting off from in between the previous lines to note that that's going to help your outline look much smoother. So I'm kind of avoiding the hair right now. I don't know what to do about it. I don't want to jump right into the hair because I don't want to mess it up. Oh, smooth. So you can notice I'm actually making this art segment by segment. I'm not rushing into any part. I'm just drawing segment by segment here. I'm not rushing into drawing the face right now. I'm just trying to complete some certain parts of the picture first before I jump to the face, because you might actually end up forgetting to outline some parts of the picture. So right now I've gotten to the inner details of the picture. I don't necessarily have to connect these inner parts like this. I can just do something like this here. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on your art style. Also, feel free to explore other apps. It's not a must you have to use the same app I'm using, Infinite Design, Infinite Painter. You can use Autodesk Sketchbook, IBIS Paint X, or IBIS X Paint, I can't remember the name, or Architecture. Pixar does this too, but not that good as these other apps does it. So you can use any other app, watch videos on how to draw those apps. So some people might actually just feel like it's impossible, like you can't do this. But you actually can, because if you take your time to learn this, you can actually make an art of yourself. Just follow the steps, man. As you can see, I'm not really rushing into it. I'm just taking it easy right now. I'm not rushing into drawing the top parts here because I want to kind of get this other part set out. And note this video is going to be kind of long as video because I'm taking my time to explain each step. So this might be really long. And if you want to watch a quicker video, I have a shorter video on how to draw using your mobile device. And sadly, Infinite Design isn't on iOS. I don't know why, but Infinite Painter is actually on iOS. And I don't really draw outlines using Infinite Painter because I don't know, it doesn't just suit my style. So I draw using Infinite Design because it gives me unlimited opportunities. That's why I work with that here. Check this out. We're getting there, At least we're neat. I'm going to use my brush so I want to draw the chains, necklace. For now, I'm going to just finish up the hair. I don't know what I'm doing, but here we go. Alright, so for our edges, hair edges. So women actually pay a lot of attention to how you draw their hairlines and the edges of their hair. They really pay a lot of attention to that. So you have to take your time to do this. So what I'll do firstly, I'll draw out some thick lines first like this. I'm just drawing out the major hairline, and you can see that I'm drawing out the major hair edges here. It doesn't have to be exact, you have to make yours look kind of neat. That's what you have to do here. You have to follow the exact line, like trying to draw this exact the way it is here. You have to do that. Just feel the flow, man. Just keep drawing smooth lines out there. Alright, so while I'm trying to fill up stuff like this, some dark areas like this, I'm not really comfortable using this tiny ass brush. Like, it's going to take a lot of time. So that's why I love using the Lasso brush here. And that's a really nice feature I like about Infinite Design. It hurts me that feature isn't on Procreate though, because this actually helps me to easily fill up dark areas like this. Lessens my stress, you know. I don't really know why people find it difficult to use this brush. It's really simple to use this brush. It's more like you are drawing a line and it's filling up the line at the same time. So that's what this brush does, and it's really easy. I'm going to explain more about it in a bit. Let me just finish up the edit of the hair. If you can't really use this brush, feel free to take your time and do the hairlines using the Lasso brush. Sorry, the Tappad ink brush. Feel free to do that. Let's check this out. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to explain what this lasso brush does. ASAP. Yeah. So this is my tappad ink, and I'm going to draw an M. Sorry, my M looks off. Yep. And I'm going to draw an M using the lasso brush right now. So what lasso brush does is it's actually filling up your M with the particular color you are drawing with. So I'm going to draw the same M just as I drew it with the tappad ink. You can see this, my M is actually filled up right now. That's what the lasso brush does. It helps you to fill up stuff. Like, you can swear draw this with the M and just fill up the M with the lasso brush like this. So that's actually how I paint in Infinite Design, Infinite Painter. So another example, you can draw a circle like this. If you want to fill up that circle, you are going to use the lasso brush and draw the same circle like this, fill it up for you. So that's really nice too, I like. So heading back right into the hair, I'm going to make this area look darker. Yep. Alright, so I mentioned I'm going to use the tappad ink and use my opacity. This is my opacity down here. This is your brush side, this is your color. So I'm going to reduce my opacity down, like I think there, and try it out. Now it's still too dark. Down to like 40, let's try 40. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. So right now I'm just going to sketch out these hairlines here. So in case you don't understand what this opacity does is, when you draw a line like this, the opacity lowered. If you draw another line above this line or on this line, it's going to make a thicker line in between here. A darker line, I mean, in between. So that actually helps me draw hair, because hair is actually kind of transparent. Very transparent. Yeah, kind of. So while hair goes on top here, you might notice some darker kind of hairline. Yeah. So for this part, I'm just going to do some, because I already used my lasso brush to make this part darker. I'm just going to sketch out here, like following the hair curve. I'm following the hair curve. I'm not really just doing a straight line like this. That's going to look crazy. So I'm actually following the hair curves here. Since I'm curving it right now. So you actually have to kind of understand hair in a way. The thing is, the more you keep drawing this, the more you keep making art, the more you figure out how to make these things better. The more you figure out how to make your art look realistic. So I'm just following the airflow right here. Alright, so we're done with this here. You can see it's looking really nice already. Yeah, it is. So I took back my opacity upward. I'm going to show you guys how to draw the eyebrows. If you find it difficult to make this kind of eyebrows, which I usually do, you can simply make your eyebrows more cartoony and it's more easier that way. I use my lasso brush. Normally, where I started, I used my lasso brush to just draw my eyebrows like this. Then probably use my eraser to fade it off. Just draw my eyebrows like this. And it's not really bad. You can see it still looks nice. So I might use my eraser, not here on Infinite Painter, to shade out this part, because Infinite Design is more like a vector application. You can't really do soft airbrush fading and stuff like that. So I do it on Infinite Painter. Alright, so if you want to draw eyebrows like the way I draw mine, which is kind of complicated than the other, I'm gonna use my tappad ink and sketch out the eyebrows, like from here. I'm gonna make the in-between thicker and draw this part like this. I just make the back of the eyebrows thicker, like cover up that part, and this front part I just make them strings. I say strings, like just lines. Yeah, so let's check it out real quick. Yeah, not bad. So I'm not following the exact hairline of the eyebrows here. I'm just doing my shit. So I'm just counting, not really straight lines like this. I'm kind of curving it. Like I said, this is hair. Hair doesn't really go straight like that. It just goes curvy. So I hope you all saw I made the eyebrows here. Alright, let's head into her eyes. I'm going to start with her eyelids. Yep. I'm just going to draw a little line here and a little also behind it. And also come forward here, draw a little line here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because on Infinite Design, if I should draw the whole line here, the image is going to look so thick. So I can just complete it. So for the eyelash, I'm going to start off with this, then make this like this. I'm following the eyelash. Yeah. Nope. You can see I'm following up the curves on the eyelash. Not necessarily exact, so I'm following it how I think it's meant to be. So there we have it. Let me check it out real quick. Yeah, nice. So I'm going to draw the bottom eyelash here. I'm not going to draw out the bottom eyelash like completely like this. And I'm going to start my drawing from this corner, just so this part actually looks thick. It doesn't look tiny like this. I'm starting off from here and taking it down here. And for the front parts, just a little, no, that's too much. Just a little line there. So for the bottom eyelash, I'm just drawing some little strings here. Yep, for our eyes, just gonna draw this like this, and yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna do the same for this side here. Alright. Am I the one that thinks this eyelash actually looks thicker than this? Alright, let's add up a little thickness in this part too. Yep. Okay, good to go. So our nose here, I don't draw nose like this. I don't do that. I draw my nose just the bottom part here. Other details will be added while I'm doing the painting. She has a nose ring on, and I don't know how I'm going to do that right now. I think I have to use my brush size to do a nose ring here. I'm just skipping it right now. I'm skipping out any details that I really have to slow down, man. Alright, so I'm skipping any detail that needs a smaller brush size right now. I'm skipping them. No, that's not meant to be like that. Okay. So we just have a neck chain, her necklace, tattoos, and nose ring. So for the lips, I'm going to draw out the middle part first. I draw the middle first, and you notice these parts are not really like, there isn't really a thick line here, because I don't have to explain this, but this part isn't meant to have a thick line on it. So I'm just going to draw this and skip out, then what was that? I get to this part here. Then add up this part here like this. So for the upper lip and the bottom, I'm going to use a smaller brush size to do this here. So I'm taking my brush size down all the way to maybe 2. Do you guys see that? I took it down to 2. I don't know if it's clear there. So I'm drawing the nose ring right now. Let's test it out. I think this is too small, so let's take it back up to 3.5 if possible. 3.4, not bad. So our upper lip, I don't know if I should draw the whole lip here. That stuff actually confuses me sometimes to make the choice. Let's check it out. Okay, let's try out. Hold up, let's draw out the bottom lip first. So you might notice this part isn't really showing a line, like it's supposed to be a line there. So the curve is starting from here. So that's how I start my lip curve from this area. That's just too much. From this area down to this area. Let's check that out. Alright, so it's upper lip. I'm just gonna do this. Let me see. Not bad. Let's try the full lip. Let's see. Because we can all see our upper lip there isn't really a curve going on there. It's more like a painting, like the lipstick. So I doubt I'm going to draw a thick line like this. I doubt. Looks good. I'm gonna leave it like that. Make it thick. And the same for this area to here. Alright, so what do we have left here? Tattoos and the neck lace. So I'm just going to draw a simple line out here. Or probably I'm going to use the pen tool right now. Not necessarily, I'm just feel like using the pen tool right now. Make this line. So for the pen tool, while you draw lines like this, if you tap on this, you're going to make a sharp line. Tap on it again, you're going to make a curvy line. So that's what it is. I'm just using this to make the necklace look kind of neat. Because I know if I draw this with my hands, with my thumb right now, it's not going to look that neat. So that's why I'm doing this. And here we go. I can't really see what's written on the neck chain. So I'm just going to do what I think I'm seeing. Hopefully it turns out nice. Bro, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just drawing stuff, man. I have no idea what I'm drawing. But at least that's what I think I see, so I'm gonna leave it that way. So we got the tattoos left to do. After this, here, tattoos. So I'm gonna do my tattoos using the lasso tool. So you already have to learn to use this because it helps a lot. So I'm creating a new layer above my outline layer, showing my picture. I'm gonna trace out the tattoos like this. I don't know how you would choose to make these tattoos, but I'm tracing it out like this. I'm filling it up. This is how I do tattoos in here. I hope you guys do understand this lasso tool. If you do not get lasso tool, please leave a comment on the comment section, and I might make a separate video to explain how this works properly. Because I'm not trying to make a 2 hours tutorial on how to cartoon yourself here. I'm trying to make it a little bit short, not that long. What is this? What am I drawing? Yeah. So I'm gonna do this here. Okay. Alright. I guess that's that. So now my tattoo is done. I'm gonna reduce my opacity for this. Take it down. Like somewhere around here. It's nice. Yeah, so we're good this way. Yeah, we're good. So now we're done with the outline. Don't go yet. Hold up. Don't miss the great part. So this is the part where we're gonna export the outline to Infinite Painter. We're gonna be painting this whole artwork here. So first thing I'm gonna want to do is, this is turned off here. I'm gonna export and choose a size I want to use for my art. I'm kind of cool with this size here, but if you want to adjust your size, you can adjust it. And while adjusting your size, always take note of the size. You're going to put the size on your head. So I'm going to adjust it to somewhere like, okay, that's nice, 1350 1350 by 1711, 1350 by 1711. So I'm going to turn off your background and save this here. 1350, remind me, 1350. Then manage this. That's done. Then we're going to turn off our outlines. I'm going to hide our outlines here. Then make our picture visible. Also increase the opacity 100%. I'm going to export this again using the same size, 1350 by, yes, got it, with background turned off. Then save again. Yeah, so now we have the picture and the outline. So the reason why I exported this way is so when we go into the Infinite Painter, where is you? We're going to Infinite Painter. Document the canvases. Yeah. Alright, let me create a new canvas here. New and save. Alright, so I'm going to start off with imports here. So I tap on imports, gallery. I'm going to see my recent. I'm going to see my picture here, the one I exported. I'm going to take this because it's actually going to maintain the canvas size of the picture itself. And if you get me, hold up, let me import this as a trace. Let's see how it's going to look like. Do it again. New, discard, import, gallery. Yeah, trace. Still the same thing with the photo stuff. So on this place, you can actually join your picture layer, and that shit is crazy because you might end up joining your picture layer. So while you've imported your photo, create a new layer. If this isn't there, create a new layer above your picture layer. Then import again. No, 3 dots here. Import again. Gallery. Then it's gonna come out black like this, or yours might come up in a white background. Depends on your device. So mine is black. Tap on the black, then import it as a layer. It's just going to fit into the picture perfectly. So you can actually continue your art from here, your painting from here. Alright, so that's that for this tutorial. This is going to be on outlining. I'm going to do the next video on painting ASAP, like right now. I don't just want the video to be too long. Yeah, so that's that. So see you guys in the next video, guys. Peace out.